have been regularly conducting FB Lives for my efforts to help people to break free from stress. This FB Live I always conduct on Fridays evening. So today is the Fridays Live with Poonam Madan. And if you have not watched my previous FB Lives, I would request you to please check in my YouTube channel. And for Insta followers, I have mentioned the YouTube channel link in my bio. So you can click that link and check my YouTube channel for the previous FB Lives that I have already conducted. So for my Facebook followers, the link I have mentioned in my profile. Or you can search Break Free from Stress on Google and you can find my channel. That is by the name of Break Free from Stress. So today I am going to focus mainly on the Chennai cyclone. So this Nivar cyclone have affected Chennai really badly. It has been raining since last 2-3 days and people are out of power, people are out of internet, there is no internet, and today the condition was a little better. So many friends who are in Chennai, I was in touch with them, and today the condition is a little better. Power is back, internet is working, and nowadays without internet there is no life. I hope you all will agree. So now when we say any such natural calamity, natural disasters, which are not in our hand, as currently we are also watching this corona phase. We are a part of this corona phase where it's totally dependent upon the nature, the mother nature, what has happened with us so far, and totally uncertain. Until now we are not able to understand what is going to happen further. Now this is something apart, but when these kind of natural calamities struck us, like heavy rain or cyclones and so on, earthquakes and so on, what is that main stress that disturbs people? What is that stress in the mind of the people who are a part of that natural calamity? As a survivor, or you may say some people who may have had some serious outcomes because of this disaster, what is that one tension in their mind, that one pressure in their mind, that one stress in their mind? There is a fear of uncertainty, and that fear may not go even after this natural disaster have been vanished, have been finished. Still there may be some fear in their mind, and that we call a trauma as well. So many people suffer from this trauma, that post-traumatic disorder, stress disorder, where even if the trauma has happened in their past, they still suffer with the memories of those past traumas. जो कुछ हो चुका है, जब भी उनके दिमाग में आता है, they suffer a lot because of those memories. Now what I am going to focus in today's FB Live is how to help people to deal with this post-traumatic stress disorder or this post-traumatic stress. Trauma has happened in the past somewhere, कभी हुआ था, जो कल हुआ. आज की डेट में Chennai is safer. There is no problem in Chennai so far. Maybe some areas are still under that flood and all. Even in Bangalore also, since morning we could not see sun. Since last 2-3 days the temperature have changed, and all my woolens are out now. So we are experiencing a lot of winters here. So how we can help those people who are suffering from stress of that trauma or that cyclone or anything related to that? So I'm going to discuss one very effective technique, especially which can work with the kids, because kids are really afraid. I have a small daughter of 6 years, and whenever it is very windy and I have opened the window, the curtains start moving very fast. They fly in the air, and my daughter is very scared of that air, that wind. The sound of the wind makes her very fearful. So I can understand what the kids must have undergone during the cyclone in Chennai as well. So to help those kids to come out of that trauma or that fear of these cyclones or such natural calamities, there is a very effective technique called trauma drawings. Drawings is a very effective technique, especially with the kids, that helps them to express, because kids are not good in communication. They don't have the words to express, but they can definitely draw something. It again depends upon the person who is reading, watching that drawing, the kid drawing that particular trauma, how to interpret it. So there are 3 steps to this trauma drawing step. What you have to do is, if there is any kid in your family, and even if you can also try on adults as well, and do share the feedback if you are trying this technique with anyone in your family. The technique is called trauma drawing. What you have to do is, you have to just ask that person or that kid specially, give them a pen or pencil and paper, and ask them to draw whatever comes to their mind in relation to that trauma. Now, initially people used to think that if we will use this technique, the kids or the person may be traumatized again with the memories of that trauma. But as per a recent research, it has been proved that with this technique, all those memories which are still hidden inside the brain and which are affecting the memory and thinking of a person because of the bad memories of the trauma, once we use this trauma drawing technique, it helps to bring all those memories out. And the second step is recreate. Let them recreate all those memories. Let them draw everything that comes to their mind on that piece of paper in relation to that trauma. Like, for example, regarding Nivar, the Nivar cyclone, many people are still in stress, right? And many people may be traumatized because of that cyclone. So to help them come out of that stress, what we have to do is just give them a pen and paper and ask them to draw whatever comes to their mind in relation to this tragedy or trauma. They may draw clouds, they may draw rain, they may draw a lot of water on the road, river, over flooding, something that is buried under the water, anything that comes to their mind, they have to draw it. Because people may find it difficult to communicate and explain, but they may find it easy to draw. Once they have drawn all the experience or the memories of that trauma, what you have to do is you have to ask them to recreate the scene. That you can ask what you have drawn, what is the meaning of this particular thing, what is going in your mind in regard to this particular picture, and they will tell you that this is something I was visualizing, that it is raining, and when it rains the flood will come, and when the flood will come there will be a lot of water gushing here and there in the streets, or someone may be floating on the water, and so on. Whatever comes to their mind, they have to write it down. Now, once they are able to share their experiences, that will help them to soothe and to get out of those bad memories. And after this exercise is done, you have to close all as well. So drawing is the first step. They have to draw the entire memories they have. The second thing is the recreation of that particular scene in their mind. Third step is closure. Now we have to close this as well. How to close it? Once they have drawn, they have shared their experiences in regard to that trauma, you have to ask them, and you should soothe them by telling them that it is okay to feel fearful. It is okay if you feel helpless. It is okay if you feel angry. There is nothing wrong in experiencing these feelings. Because when you are part of such a situation, and this situation is totally uncertain and not controllable, in that case, the feeling of helplessness, the feeling of getting angry, or the feeling of sadness or fear, all these may block your mind and your thinking. It is okay to be with those feelings, feel those feelings. There is nothing wrong in feeling fearful or angry or helpless at that particular point of time. But if you are continuously carrying those feelings with you, even when that situation, you are out of that particular situation, then you have to work on that. So being in that situation, experiencing all these feelings, it's perfectly fine. But once you are out of that situation and still you are having those feelings of fear, anger, helplessness, and so on, then you have to do something so as to get out of that feeling. Otherwise, it is definitely going to impact your health, mental health, and physical health, and emotional health as well. So if you or anyone you know is suffering from those feelings, because now the Nivar cyclone has gone and almost everything is online now and trying to be normal now, and still if you are afraid or carrying those feelings, then you have to work on that. So try this trauma drawing. Take a pen and paper, start drawing whatever comes to your mind in relation to this particular tragedy or trauma or natural disaster. Whatever comes to your mind, you have to draw it and then recreate and try to understand, interpret what you have drawn on the paper. And after that, you have to do the closure. You have to tell yourself that, yes, at that particular point of time, when I was in that situation, I was feeling sad, or I was feeling angry, or I was feeling so and so. It was perfectly fine. But now I am out of that situation. I need not worry about that. Take that piece of paper where you have made the drawing, tear that piece of paper, or you can scribble on it, draw anything, or you can, whatever you want to do with that piece of paper, you can do that so as to vent out all those negative feelings related to that particular situation, and throw that paper out. Scribble, tear it off, or whatever you want to do with that drawing, do it and throw it off. This will definitely help to come out of that stress related to that particular trauma or tragedy. So I would request all to please help yourself or help others with this technique called trauma drawing. Anyone who is suffering from the memories of a trauma can be anything. It could be an accident, not only the cyclone, it can be a natural disaster, it can be any tragedy in your life or in their life, which continuously brings jitters in your life, or which is not leaving you with the bad memories. So what you have to do is take a piece of paper, plain paper, pencil, draw whatever comes to your mind in relation to that trauma or tragedy. Once you feel that you have completed the drawing, just watch that drawing, interpret it, recreate the scene, experience what you experienced at that particular point of time when you were in that particular tragedy or experiencing that situation. And then what you have to do is you have to soothe yourself, tell yourself that it's okay, it's fine to feel helpless when you are in such a situation. It's fine to feel angry, to feel sad when you are in such a situation. And then finally close it by tearing it off or scribbling it or whatever you want to do with that particular drawing, and throw it. Don't keep it with yourself. This particular technique has been proven to provide very good result with those people who are suffering from the post-traumatic stress disorder. So with this, I would like to wind up today's FB Live and Insta Live. If you have any questions, you can definitely comment in the comment box, or you can message me, and I will definitely reply it either personally or maybe in my next FB Live. Till then, keep smiling and break free from stress. See you all.